All right, what's good everybody? It's Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the MGM Grand here at the south end of the Las Vegas Strip, and I'm heading in for their brunch buffet. Okay, now in this video, I'm gonna be giving you my honest thoughts on everything I eat, from plate number 1 to dessert and everything in between. Now, I'm no professional food critic, just a guy who loves to eat, and I'm getting really hungry, so let's head on in. Okay guys, so we just got seated here at the MGM buffet, and I gotta say, this is about par for the course for what I would expect a Vegas buffet to look like. It's got neutral colors, pretty clean, and it's just a massive eating area. Now the MGM buffet is open for brunch daily from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. On weekdays, Monday through Thursday, you're looking at paying $27.99, and on weekends, you're looking at paying $36.99. All right, that's enough with the info. Let me go give you a quick tour of the buffet. All right guys, let me give you a quick tour of the buffet here. We got the Carvery station with some ham, roast turkey breast and roast beef here, gravies and such. A couple breakfast items starting off. Got your standards, bacon, links, eggs and potatoes, all of your favorite breakfast carbs. The beef tornado, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna try that for sure. We got a lox bagel station. You guys know I'm definitely getting in on that right here. Oh cool, we got the comfort foods. We got chicken fried steak and biscuits and gravy, some corned beef hash. That looks all pretty good. And it looks like we got some fruits and yogurts here, guys. Yogurts, various fruits, strawberry jam, preserves, toast bar here. Got a little fruit stand as well as your assorted cereals here. And you got the salad bar. Looks pretty good. Pretty standard looking salad bar here. We got cheese tortellini, and we got some meatloaf in the back. I love meatloaf. I'm gonna try all of these here. Macaroni and cheese, a vegetable lasagna in the back. That all looks pretty good. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Got veggies in the back there, as well as some kind of a Hawaiian looking pork loin. I'm definitely getting in on that. You got your charcuterie here. Some similar breakfast items. I think they had this on the other side, as well as the omelet station. How you doing, boss? Good, good. All right, and a little hidden away, guys, is in this back section. I think a lot of people might miss this if you don't really look for it. All right, looks like they're setting up some soups right now. White bean soup, broccoli cheddar, cream of wheat, oatmeal. Looks like they're setting all this up right now. Yep, you can kind of see they're just setting up. And then we have the seafood section. We got some assorted sushi here, some peel and eat shrimp, crawfish, clams and oysters. Got your soy sauce here. And then yeah, that makes up a lot of the buffet. See, take you through to the other side. Don't forget, Vegas safety. Now this is actually pretty cool. They have hand washing stations just kind of out on the buffet line. That's actually really nice because I eat like a maniac and get food all over the place. Got your coffee, milk, fruit juices and drinks, Coca-Cola, infinite stations, agua frescas and some iced teas. Yeah, this all looks pretty good. And then on the other end of the buffet is where you're gonna find the desserts. We're gonna make our way over there right now. All right guys, let me show you the desserts here. It looks like some danishes, assorted pastries, banana nut muffins. I think these are blueberry muffins. Got some croissants here. We got some apple pie, pumpkin pie, blueberry pie, lots of pie. Looks like some custard, donuts and cookies, meringue pies and tarts. Apple cobbler, I'm getting in on that for sure. Yeah, some peanut butter cups and chocolate vanilla cupcakes, lemon cupcakes, red velvet cupcakes. Ooh, a panna cotta, I'm getting in on that for sure. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks actually good. molten chocolate cake. I'm definitely gonna get one of these. And it looks like we have your frozen yogurts and an ice cream station. I think that's the whole buffet, guys. So let me go and set this back down. Okay, cool. So that all looked pretty good. I gotta say, I really appreciate how many lunch style options that they have here. You know, a lot of brunch buffets focus on cost-effective breakfast items, so I'm really appreciating a lot of the offerings here. Now, if you would like to get a close-up look at every item that they have available, I do have a video for that, and I'll link it right above. Okay, that's all the info. Plate number 1, let's get it. All right, guys, and I am back with plate number 1. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know at brunch I typically start with a lot of breakfast, but with the sheer number of lunch items here, I wanted to try as many as I could. And so plate number 1 is gonna be filled with lunch style items. I've got a lot of protein to start on this plate. I went straight to the Carvery. We've got roast beef, we've got turkey, and I also found a pork loin on the line that looked really, really good. On top of that, a couple of classic size macaroni and cheese with mashed potatoes and gravy. And the most intriguing thing that I saw near the breakfast area was this breakfast tornado, some kind of deep fried breakfast flauta. And I'm actually really looking forward to checking this out. Okay, we're gonna kick things off with this roast beef. Now, when I cut into it, I'm not gonna lie, it felt kind of tough. Let's see if it's any good though. It's pretty tough. Now, I wouldn't say turkey is my favorite poultry, but let's give this one a taste. It seemed to cut fine. Hopefully it tastes good. It's dry. I don't know, maybe the turkey gravy will help? The gravy helps, not really my thing though. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed with the Carvery meats, unfortunately. I got here right at opening, so I expected them to be tender and juicy, but they are dry already. That sucks. All right, I wanna try this pork loin next. It's also dry. Now, I'll say the glaze on the outside of this pork is actually delicious. There's actually a good amount of sweetness in the pineapple in this glaze to help counterbalance the richness of the pork. So that part's pretty good. I just wish the pork was juicier. All right, next up, the mac and cheese. When it comes to any buffet mac and cheese, it always comes down to the cheese flavor actually producing and coming through, or if you're just tasting some skim milk. That's acceptable mac and cheese. It doesn't taste like milk, it's not just watered down. You get some cheese flavor. Pasta's actually cooked al dente. There's a little bit of chew to these. It's actually kind of nice. Now for the American classic, mashed potatoes and gravy. Really, the only way to mess up mashed potatoes at a buffet, I feel like, is if you just use that powdered stuff for your mashed potatoes and it comes out really grainy. Hopefully the ones here are good. Mashed potatoes are actually great. It's smooth, you can taste the potato. The gravy has actually a really deep beef flavor. I'm down with these mashed potatoes. Now, the most intriguing thing that I found on the line were these breakfast flautas called breakfast tornadoes. Now, they're filled with some kind of ranchera beef, so there's supposed to be a Mexican spin on this. Hopefully, this is really good. This is pretty good. Now, I gotta say, that beef filling is actually really flavorful, and the beef is tender. Nice amount of cheese flavor coming through as well. These are actually delicious. Okay, so the Carvery items were a little disappointing, but everything else was actually pretty good. Let's go check out plate number 2. Okay guys, and we're back with plate number 2, and plate number 2 is continuing our theme of getting all the lunch items that I can. All right, now one of the things that I love to eat is lox bagels, so I had to make sure I had one of those on this plate. And alongside that, I've got some cheese tortellini as well as a vegetable lasagna and a bit of classic meatloaf. Now I probably could have filled up this plate with some more sides, but macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes were kind of the only things I would have really gotten to complement this meal, and so I just kind of left it off. Okay, first thing I'm gonna bite into is this lox bagel. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the salmon flavor is nice. Acidity from that tomato. A little bit of bite from the red onion I put in this as well. Capers are a nice balance. I think the bagel itself is a little lacking. It's one of these mini bagels. I would have loved a little more everything seasoning on it as well. But honestly, I can't get enough of Lox bagels in general. All right, next bite is gonna be this vegetable lasagna. You know, I actually really like vegetable lasagnas. I don't always necessarily need to get a meaty lasagna. Some of the best lasagnas I've ever had in my entire life have been vegetable lasagnas, but we'll see how the MGM does here. Unfortunately, it's a little bland. Let's try this cheese ravioli. Raviolis are obviously defined by their filling. I think the sauce definitely leaves a lot to be desired. It kind of tastes just like a watered down tomato crushed with salt. And unfortunately, the ricotta cheese filling needs salt. Now, the very first time I ever had meatloaf was at a buffet, and I never experienced anything like it. It was such a soft but supple meat. And it had a ketchup-based glaze that was baked in. Some of those sugars rendered down. It was so good. Oftentimes, I've usually found that a lot of buffets nowadays seem to have a lot more of the beef and mushroom gravy toppings, which I'm actually down for. All right, enough story time. Let's try this one. That's good. It's actually really, really moist, really flavorful, well seasoned. You can taste all the aromatics. You get the onion, you get the pepper. That beef gravy adds a nice richness. Okay, I'm definitely going back for a lot more of these. All right, now that was pretty good. Plate number 2 was pretty rich though, as was plate number 1. Maybe I'm gonna make plate number 3 a little bit lighter. All right guys, now we are back with plate number 3, and plate number 3 is a little healthier just because I want to be around to keep making videos for you guys. I've got some peach yogurt and granola to start, along with some honeydew and some pineapple and melons. And alongside that, I've got some assorted sushi just to keep things interesting. All right, I'm gonna go through the sushi first. I mean, all the rolls look pretty standard for assorted sushi that you would find at a buffet. Let's see how they taste. That might be the hardest sushi rice I've ever bitten into in my entire life. Contrary to what many might think, the fish is actually not the only star when it comes to sushi. Your rice has to be perfect. The rice needs to be fluffy, a little bit of vinegar in there, soften it out. It has to have great texture, otherwise the delicateness of the fish just doesn't come through. We're gonna keep trying these other pieces to see if anything improves. Now, I'm not sure if it's just today, but I would say the sushi is a hard pass for me. Okay, now let's move to the healthier side of things with some peach yogurt. Yep, it's decent peach yogurt. I don't know if they made it in-house, but it tastes fine. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in on some of this fruit. Got pineapple. Some honeydew here. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then some of this cantaloupe. Yeah, that's tasty. I can actually feel the antioxidants working through my body and all that richness. All right, guys, I'm starting to really fill up. That sushi, but the fruit and the yogurt, fantastic. But I think I've hit that point. It's time to activate the dessert stomach. Let's go. All right, guys, and I'm back with dessert, and a couple of things really stood out to me. Now, I watch a ton of MasterChef, and one of the desserts that they always make is a molten chocolate cake, so I had to make sure I got in on that. They have an apple cobbler here, as well as a strawberry panna cotta. I love panna cotta, so hopefully theirs is good. First thing I'm gonna try is this molten chocolate cake. Well, you know, I opened it, and nothing is molten about it, but it is chocolate cake. It's not great. The inside tastes super doughy, almost undercooked. And the chocolate is a little bitter for my taste. I'd like it to be a little smoother and a little sweeter. I think I'm gonna go somewhere else for my molten chocolate cakes. All right, next up is this mini apple cobbler. It's got all the things that make it look like a good apple cobbler. The top looks nice and crisp, a little bit of whipped cream. Let's see how it tastes. That's actually really great. You can actually taste the apple, which was surprising because I didn't see any apple. The batter is nice and airy. Great sweetness. Yeah, this is really good. All right, last but not least is the strawberry panna cotta. It looks nice. The presentation here is pretty on point, but no matter how good it looks, it has to taste great. It's weird. Flavor, it's awesome. Strawberry is nice and pronounced. The panna cotta itself is custardy with a little hint of caramel, but the texture of the panna cotta is really thick and gelatinous. I think I need it to be a little smoother for it to be the perfect panna cotta. Okay, so the molten chocolate cake, not my favorite. The panna cotta could have been better. The apple cobbler, totally on point. All right, guys, and that does it for me here at the brunch buffet at the MGM. I'll say overall, my experience was pretty good. I always enjoy eating a lot, and buffets do that for me. Now, if I had to tell you the truth, I don't think I would come on the weekends. That almost $40 price point is a little high for what they're offering here. But if you're coming through on the weekdays, $27.99, not too bad. Now, if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and comment below what item over there looked the best to you. If you'd like to see more food reviews and buffet tours here in Las Vegas, consider subscribing to the channel. I've got a lot more of those coming your way. And that's all for this video. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.